Yo, what's up everybody? It's your boy Slim, aka Mr. Different, back with another video. Today I got a special product review. You guys have been asking for this. It's been a while. I'm about to do it finally. So we're gonna take a look at, one second. God dang. These right here, the Adam T7Vs. The 7-inch monitors brought to you by the guys at Adam. They're brand new monitors. We're gonna take a little review of these, and yeah, I'm gonna tell you what I think about these. And are these probably the best speakers you can buy for this price range? Let's take a look at it. Okay, those things are kind of heavy. Now it's playing pretty light. So what's up? So we're back with another video. Before we get to the review of the Adam T7Vs, I do want to say, just like always, check me out on Instagram, Twitter, SoundCloud, MrDifferentTV. Don't forget to follow me. Also subscribe to the channel, hit the bell notification so you know when I go live and others. So let's talk about these monitors. I know a lot of you guys, if you follow me on Instagram, you've seen that I posted these monitors. I got them. I do want to say that I did get these from Adam Audion. They did not pay me or nothing like that. They did send these over to try out and tell me what I think about them, and they did give them to me to keep. If I wanted to, I could do whatever I want with them, but I decided to keep them. And I'm just gonna tell you the good, the bad, what I really think about these monitors, and let you know if these probably the right ones to look at, especially if you're a new producer or looking to upgrade your monitors or looking for a budget pair of monitors for your studio. Are these the right ones for you, or should you go with a different brand? So let's take a look at it. So I got it on screen right now, but I'll make sure I put some B-roll where you can see these in action, but I'm looking at the screen all this. But these are the Adam Audion T7Vs. They are a 7-inch power monitor. They do have a 5-inch version, which would be the T5V. So basically you got a 5-inch version and a 7-inch version. These are made by Adam Audion, some of the best manufacturers in the speaker industry that make some world famous studio monitors. A lot of people love them, and it's all because of that ribbon tweeter. And these do come with that nice ribbon tweeter, and that's one thing I ain't gonna talk about. But let's get into just an overview back. So like I say, these are 7-inch woofers. They only have a 5 and 7-inch, and I think those are usually the best, I would say, speaker sizes or woofer sizes for speakers. I think 8, depending on your room size. Like I'm in a nice room right now, but my old room I used to live in was super small, and my 8-inch monitors were just too much for that small room. And a 5-inch pair would be okay for this room, but a 7-inch is just the right amount of size, so I get enough bass response, but still don't have it's not too boomy. So I do like the fact that they went for a 5 and a 7-inch monitor, because I think for most project studios or home studios, that will be the monitor size you most likely need to look into to get the the best response for your room, especially if you're in a untreated room or not so treated room or a small room. You don't want too big of a speaker. Now these monitors are their newest monitors in the lineup. These are budget friendly monitors, so they are in the price point of the KRKs, my E8s, JBL, the Yamaha HS series and stuff like that. So they're in that price range. The T5Vs go for about $150 a piece, and the T7Vs go for about $250 a piece. So you're looking at about $300 a pair for the 5-inch, and you're looking at $500 for the 7-inch, which, like I said, is in that budget home studio, budget friendly price point. So that is good. So it's not going to really break the bank by buying these. You're still getting a good company to back it behind. Adam Audion, like I say, is known for great monitors, so at least you're getting what you're worth. So one thing I like about them is they have that nice tweeters. That's the one thing. It is the You Are Accurate ribbon tweeter. Ribbon tweeters are special. They're different because they have a nice, I would say, smooth, crystal clear response. Like these tweeters, when I listen to them, they just have a nice response. Now these tweeters do go to about 25 kilohertz. That is above 20 kilohertz, which is above the human hearing, but that just gives, it actually goes above that, which means it gives an extra clarity and sparkle and shine to the high end. Now, a lot of people will go like, well, man, doesn't that mean that it'll be super hyped or overhyped? And I can say they're not overhyped in any kind of way. Honestly, it will take you a little getting used to. Like you have to listen to them and break them in, but once you get used to them, you will actually like the fact that they reach that high of a frequency response, because it makes it less fatiguing to your ears, and you can listen to longer periods of time because of the ribbon tweeter technology. And that's what I like about the ribbon tweeters and any speaker that has them. And also it has a wider sweet spot, so you can kind of move around a little bit more, still retain the stereo feel. And like I say, you just listen to music for a longer period of time without your ears just starting to get fatigued. And one thing about my E8, when I was listening to the T7Vs, and then I was like, let me try putting back up my E8s, it just sounded like they were muffled. Cause I mean, I guess cause the high end didn't go that far, they only go 20 hertz. It just sounded muffled to me. And like I said, the T7V just have a certain clarity to them. So it is appreciated. Like I do like ribbon tweeters, and I think from now on I'm gonna be sticking with them. And if I get a new pair of monitors, they have to have that ribbon tweeter because I'm pretty much spoiled with it now. Like I've been using my E8s for over 5 years now, and just having that type of clarity in the high end that's not overhyped or not over exaggerated is actually a welcome addition to, you know, my mixes and everything like that. Now the cone is made out of new material that they made. It's not Kevlar, it's something else, but it's a pretty good material. It's not, you know, flimsy. You can't really damage it like that, so it's pretty good. It got some good low end. Now the 7 inches, I think the 7-inch monitor, the lowest they go to is 38 hertz, so they pair really good with a subwoofer. I don't personally have a subwoofer. I don't like mixing with a sub, but the bass response of these speakers is nice and tight and full. It's not floppy. It's not freaking overhyped like KRK. Sorry, Rocket users, they're just overhyped, and I just can't stand the KRK speakers. And yeah, they sound accurate pretty much in my opinion. And even my E8s sounded accurate and good as well. But I felt like the low end, or the lowest it went to, I think it went down to like 32 hertz or 35 hertz, something like that. It just felt like a little muffled in the low end. I couldn't really, and the bass just built up a little bit worse. The bass just built up a little bit worse than these Adam Audio speakers. But I can appreciate it. Like I said, it's not too much bass, it's not too little bass, it's not too much highs, it's not too little highs. It's just a nice balance. I do like that. And I say they have a special design of the cabinet, which you can see in all the B-roll I'm probably gonna put in this, that, you know, gives it a nice, they say the shape helps it, but I'm not a scientist. I don't know all that. I'm not an engineer, so I really couldn't tell you. Other than that, yeah, that's pretty much the front. Let's talk about the back of it, and I'm gonna talk about some of my complaints with this speaker. So it has a power button. As you can see, it has a power button, it has the power switch and all that. You have a unbalanced RCA jack, and then you have a balanced XLR to 1/4 inch. Now it doesn't have a 1/4 inch plug, which I don't know. Like most speakers in this price range have XLR, 1/4 inch, and RCA. I mean, I guess to keep the cost down, because they said they're giving you the top end like tweeters, so I guess they had to cut costs other places. But that's unfortunate. So you would have to buy a special XLR to 1/4 inch plug for that, and I do recommend using that. Don't use the RCA because it actually brings the volume down. You don't have all the headroom or all the dBs that can really output. So make sure you're using the 1/4 inch, the XLR to 1/4 inch when you are plugging these speakers. I just recommend that. Then you have the volume knob, and this is another complaint of mine. The volume knob is, I mean, it's a nice smooth volume knob. You can turn it, it's nice and smooth, but at 0 dB on most speakers, they have like an indentation. So when you turn to 0 or U or whatever it's called, it locks into place. So you can set them both to that, and you know they're both at the same volume. This one doesn't have it. It's a continuous volume knob. So yeah, you gotta like really look at where you're putting it. You can't exactly get them matched up, but if you're using something like a SPL meter like I do to set my volume of each of my speakers, you have no problem. But for beginners or people who don't know nothing about that, calibrating your speakers or anything like that, that could be an issue, because most people just set the 0 and leave it and then use the user interface to adjust the volume. So that's kind of a disappointing thing that they did right there. And then you have the low frequency and the high frequency kind of shelving EQ. It's just a +2, a -2, and a 0 for flat on both of them. It don't get no kind of diagram or anything like that that tell you where it's boosting or how like what frequency is boosting and cutting and all that. It just says low frequency, high frequency, +2, -2. So that's kind of disappointing, because I said people who are beginners, you know, don't know too much about the stuff, and that can kind of guide them. Like my E8s had like full diagrams of how to set them if you're up against the wall or anything like that, for the wall and all that kind of stuff. So that's kind of disappointing that Adam Audio skipped on that. But like I said, they're trying to cut the cost down because they do make expensive monitors. Like I said, their A series, they have their 4-inch A series, which is a 4-inch speaker now, costs $350 a pair. So for them to make this 7-inch for $250, I mean, hey, you know, they're giving us that Adam Audio technology just in a smaller package. So yeah. And then the last complaint that I have about these is the rear ported port on the back of it. I don't like rear ported speakers. If these speakers didn't sound so good, I would be mad at that. But like I said, because if you got them up up against the wall, having a rear-ported speaker means the bass will build up faster in the corners in the wall and the wall behind you, and it can give you artificial bass response, and you'll think you have too much bass and not enough bass, and they'll mess up your mixes. So yeah, that is upsetting. But like I said, the Yamahas are rear-ported and people love those, so hey, you know, it's something I have to get used to and all that. And also another thing is they don't have a light indicator of their turn tone. There is a light on the back of the speakers, but who's always gonna be looking at the back of their speakers? Like you would think that the logo in the front will light up. It doesn't light up, unfortunately, which I think was just a missed opportunity for Adam Audio. So yeah, there's just a few minor, like really the main thing about this is just a few design choices behind these speakers. Yeah, that's really the most negative thing about these speakers, just a few simple design choices that they left out. But like I said, they're trying to cut down costs and whatever. Now, what about sound, Slim? That's the main thing. There's the different. What do they sound like? Like I said, at the end of the day, these are very responsive, very, in my opinion, pretty accurate monitors. Like I said, I took a mix to Patchwork Studio when I went up there to Atlanta to do some mixes before the session started. I got an hour because the artist showed up a little late. I got an hour to just, you know, me and the engineers to listen to some music, and I actually played some mixes that I mixed through these speakers on the big system. They sounded crazy. It sounded super good. It sounded like I mixed it in that studio. That's a nice treated. We had the big boy studio, which is just like a nicely treated huge studio, and it on a SSL 9000 console. So I mean, it sounded great, and they used like some quantum speakers, and man, $60,000 speakers. They sounded beautiful. My mixes sounded great. Taken to the car, it sounded great. Listening to music, I really hear the details. Like especially like professionally mixed music, you can really hear that extra detail that's in there that you wouldn't hear with normal or less. I mean, other brands that don't use that ribbon tweeter. It's really that ribbon tweeter that you're probably buying the speaker for or looking the speaker for, just to get that extra clarity and definition and detail. And you get that with these monitors, hands down. And I can clearly say, because Adam Audio is known for that clarity and that upper range clarity and sparkle. Like I said, I can't really show you what they sound like because YouTube and just, you have to actually use them yourself. But these are some good speakers to look into. Like, I'm not gonna say, you know, buy these speakers, because like I said, you have to test out speakers for yourself and see if they work for you. But in my opinion, I really love these speakers. If you're a beginner engineer, beginner mixer, artist, whatever, and you want a nice set of monitors that are really crystal clear, they have nice bass response, really good highs, not too hype, you know, if you can look past some of the minor design choices that they made, these are speakers I would definitely say look into and try out. Like, I'm gonna be doing some more mixing with these and all that. Like I said, for me, using it for a month straight, listening to tons of music with it, I can clearly say that these are great monitors, and I do give them my seal of approval. And I want to say, yes, I would definitely check out these. Like I said, most people are gonna get the Yamahas, but hey, I would say looking at these instead, because you might like these more than the Yamaha just for that extra clarity, and they're pretty flat too, so that's another good thing about it. So yeah, I mean, I honestly like them. And like I said, I don't even use my reference monitor studio correction software no more, because these monitors just give me a good mix and a good sound to where I don't need to use that no more. Even in my not so treated room, it's still pretty treated, but not treated. So yeah, I don't want to make this video too long, try to keep it short as I can. But yeah, that's just my review of these speakers. Like I say, it's hard to do speaker reviews on YouTube, but I hope this will help you guys out and you can make a decision. And like I said, maybe look into these monitors as your next pair, or if you're looking for a new pair, I would definitely look at the Adam Audio T series, which I mean is their newer speaker. So yeah, and yeah, I'm happy with them. So shout out to Adam Audio for sending me these. And yeah, my E8s are gone, they're sold. I'm keeping these for good, and these are one of my new speakers for here on out until I buy a bigger, more expensive brand of Adam Audio speakers. So with that being said, y'all know who it is, your boy Slim, aka MrDifferent. Hope you guys enjoyed the video like always. If this helps you out, let me know. Let me know what speakers you're using, or if you've been looking into these speakers as well, let me know what you think about these speakers. Are you thinking about getting these, or you know, you're gonna pass them up? I don't know. Let me know what you guys think. So with that being said, hope you guys enjoy like always, and I'll catch you guys in the next video. Have a good one, everybody.